Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another episode of Paranormasight. Last time, we started getting a hold of how things were going during the daytime. Kind of scrambling around frantically trying to figure out how to stop the inevitable or upcoming murder spree. But today, we're going to move from the detectives back to Yakko. Bring her friend back from the dead means she'll have to pay the price. Yakko makes it home safely, but still isn't sure how to proceed with her curse. She worries about Michiyo as the night passes. Yakko Sakazaki, 8 a.m. Yay, she's alive. Oh, good morning, Yakko. Huh? Yakko, rise and shine. Huh? You're up. It's morning. Hey. Are you okay? Can you remember your name? It's, the Spectre of the Spirit Board. I am the Spectre of the Spirit Board. No, don't fall back asleep. You must still be dreaming. Wake up. Yes, I'm Yakko Sakazaki. Good. Excuse me. Oh, Michiyo, thanks for last night. Was everything okay? Yep, still alive. I couldn't dispel the curse echo or learn the identity of who used it, but I managed to at least get away. But in that situation, it's the best you can hope for. I'm sorry I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you just as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. I can't even remember when I fell asleep. It's okay, it's only natural to be exhausted after what you went through. I'm sorry my voice is scratchy. I just have lingering stuff stuck in my throat and lungs. Besides, I also feel bad that you've been wrapped up in all this. It's supposed to be my job to prevent that from happening. Oh yeah, you said something about that last night. Just who are you exactly, Michiyo? Oh, well, the truth is I've been trained in things having to do with the supernatural. Huh? You mean you can learn that kind of stuff like you would with flower arranging? I had quite the eventful childhood. Huh? Sounds like it must have been tough. Yeah, it would take a long time to explain, so let's leave it at that for now. As fate would have it, I've ended up as the apprentice, or maybe more like assistant, to a notable paranormal expert. Schools have always had more paranormal disturbances because young people tend to be more susceptible to these things. I'm sent to schools that may experience something paranormal, put a stop to it before it happens. Wow, that's amazing. So it's like a part-time job you do while also being a student? Man, I'm really sorry. I get stuff that's like right like in the annoying spot where it won't come out, but it keeps affecting how I talk. Well, I do help maintain public order, but it's all part of my training, so I don't get any money. Oh, you got it rough then, but still, that really is amazing. You're so cool when you faced off against the evil spirit. I never know if I should be happy when you compliment me like that. But anyway, that's why it's up to me to resolve any paranormal issues at school. And why I'm going to look into the cause of all this. But for now, let's head to school. Yeah. Oh, do you have your curse stone? No, it's daytime, its power's diminished. I should be able to hold it. Want to give it a try? Right, I do have it, but... Yakko. Is it really so wrong? Trying to bring Michiyo back, I mean? I can't approve of it. The rite may seem like a dream come true, but it involves taking the lives of other people, then... Yeah, true. I want to make sure the whole ritual ends without anyone getting hurt. That's what I believe, and what I'll put before anything else. I'm sorry, but is it okay if I hold on to it? Yakko. I promise I won't use the curse no matter what, but maybe there's some other way. I just have this feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility just yet. That said, I'll help you, even if it's to stop the curses. For the Michiyo that still exists within me, I'll settle things so we can move forward. Okay, but if you ever feel in danger, you can give me the curse stone at any point. Right. Thank you, Mio. Okay, then let's go. Candy Shop Sonoya, an old-fashioned candy shop located on a street corner in Honjo, has been in Yakko Sakazaki's family for 3 generations. Or on the weekends, you can spot Yakko watching over the store, cooking monjayaki and playing traditional tops and cars games with local children. Though traditional candy shops are known for selling cheap treats for kids, it is not uncommon to see these largely privately owned businesses become something more like general stores, selling food, drinks, utensils, and other daily necessities. Many families operate candy shops on the dirt ground floor of their home, known as a doma, with a space in the back where customers can eat monjayaki, as well as arcade games and capsule toy machines in front. Such facilities make them attractive places for children to gather and play. However, the harsh reality is that traditional candy shops, which thrived during the period of high economic growth when many confectionery manufacturers entered the market, are experiencing a steady decline due to the rise of convenience stores and changes in children's interests and tastes. Aw. Man. 8 a.m. Still. Komagata High School. Huh? I thought it unusually noisy. There's a big group of people and police in front of the school. Did something happen? Oh, right, Mr. Janucci died. If the police are here, then something must have. I'll go ask. Thanks. This isn't good. Huh? What happened? Don't panic, okay? The first teacher who came to work this morning found something. Okay. Mr. Janucci was found dead in the middle of the school grounds. What? They're closing the school for today. But that's not all. I don't know this either. I didn't know this either since I didn't watch the morning news, but rumors are spreading about a number of bodies were found nearby. What? There's no way! Why? Could it be? Because of the curse? We don't know enough to say. From what I heard, Mr. Janucci's body was in the middle of the grounds, but his body was covered in bruises like he'd fallen from somewhere high. Weird. Taking into account his unnatural death and the timing, it's very likely it had something to do with the curse. You're saying someone used their curse on him last night? Seems like it, doesn't it? But that's so scary. So the curses really do kill people. And someone used it. Shh, keep your voice down, okay? But what happened if another curse bearer heard you? Sorry! The deceased body was discovered on school grounds at dawn. I think we already read the other half of that. Last seen with Hitomi Okuda. Yeah, we remember that part. Wish we had a little more information, but they locked up the front gate. Maybe we could sneak in through the back entrance. Huh? That person over there. Isn't that Hitomi Okuda? You're right, that's unusual. But she was at school last night, too. She must know something about Mr. Janucci. Let's hear what she has to say. Oh, Mia, wait for me! Huh. So you're telling me the two of you were the ones at the school last night? No sense hiding it then. Plus, I owe you one, Mio. I'll tell you everything I know. Thank you. She owes you? Oh, yeah, right after I transferred here, there was a bit of trouble. She gave me one of those, what was it? Oh, exorcisms. Huh, so that's what it was. Did you hear about Mr. Janucci? Heard about it. I've known about it since last night. I saw that asshole bite on the school grounds myself. What? You saw it happen? Tell us about it. What happened exactly? Don't really know myself. It was pitch black. What I can tell you. It was almost dawn, probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden, ran out onto the ground like something was chasing him, then screamed. Ah, somebody help me, forgive me, Michiyo! Or something like that while he was running around. Michiyo? He mentioned Michiyo? Was there anyone else out on the grounds? It was too dark from where I was, to see from where I was. For a second, I think I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids. Oh? I didn't go out to make sure, so it could have been nothing for all I know. Then I heard him begging for his life, like, I was wrong, I'll do anything. Then all of a sudden, his arms and legs snapped, even though he was just standing there. His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him? He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I'd better get out of there. Then he croaked. That's all I saw. I see. But from what you've told us, it almost sounds like Michiyo's ghost chased down Mr. Janucci and killed him. Hell, if I know anything about that, I'm just telling you what I heard him say. Huh. Okay, 1 second. Do we know anybody in... No. In pigtails? I mean, Michiyo had pigtails. Okay. Concerning. I mean, that's braids, but you know what I mean. Ah, it's obviously the storyteller. Did you tell the story to the police? Nope, they ain't gonna. Can't get at them for shit. Not like they believe such an insane story anyway. Right. But there must be at least one person in the police worth trusting, right? Huh. Yeah, I guess there was this one cop who always got on my case about stuff. But he died just the other day. Oh, he did? I'm sorry to hear that. Everyone who gets involved with me ends up dead. Maybe I really am cursed. Pisses me off. You got it all wrong. The spirit that possessed you wasn't that kind of spirit. Huh? It wasn't? Yeah, this is just an unfortunate coincidence. Though I'm sure that was hard enough for you. That's all I know about that asshole's death. Hey, Mio, I've been thinking something. Huh? The way she described it reminded me of something. The way Mr. Janucci died, it sounds a lot like how Michiyo died. Of course, I didn't see it myself, but the state Michiyo's body was in was like she had fallen from high up. Is that her leg, like, bent out forward? I just realized that the white on the lower left. Could they have been killed by the same curse? I can't tell if that's the road or her leg. I don't think so. The Curse of the Seven Mysteries hasn't manifested when she died. I think in Susumi's story, we determined that it could have been a vehicle. And if we can trust what the spirit board said, then Michiyo died in an accident. Oh, right. That's all I know about it. Hey, tell me, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand it all too well myself. What I can say for sure is, thanks to Mio, the weird symptoms that were happening to me all went away. Yeah, some people are born with a natural sensitivity to the paranormal. They tend to end up isolated as they struggle to relate to the people around them. They also tend to draw spirits to them naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations, even memory problems. I'm sure it must have been very hard. So that's how it works, huh? Do people also have their personality taken over when possessed too? It's possible with spirits who have a very close relationship to their target, like siblings or a parent and child. But you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. It's when two parties aren't in sync that those negative effects can start to appear. So the seances or whatever you see on TV are all bogus? Not quite. There are mediums and diviners who can align their minds with the spirits they call. Though there are people on TV who are just putting on a performance. Huh. There are people who in life had extremely powerful spirit sense, or a deep connection with that person. But even they shouldn't be able to completely take over the person they possess. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to do on their own to begin with. Huh. But if that's the case, wouldn't you not know if you were choosing the behavior of your own will or not? Hence why there are a lot of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed. Though the spirit may influence the behavior and memories of the host, the deeper their connection in life, the easier it is for that to occur. I see, getting possessed by spirits very complicated, huh? It must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, Hitomi. Whatever happened might happen to me doesn't make any difference. Me being able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things ended up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either. Same goes for me, maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it yourself, Yakko. I bet you could see them too with a little training. I think I may pass. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Spirit possession and, not necessarily like noticing it, but just being subtly influenced in your choices. I wonder. So that's why you do the job you do, huh, Miyo? I thought she was a weirdo when she showed up all of a sudden saying she was gonna exorcise me. If you hadn't said anything, I probably would have knocked your lights out. You tried to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything? You see, in my experience, most people don't understand no matter how much I explain. They only accept my explanation after they see the results. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You told me last night before you witnessed Mr. Janucci collapse. Can I ask what he and you were doing in that classroom? You gotta tell the cops? Oh, right, with everything that happened with Mr. Janucci. They'll suspect you if we told them we saw you with him last night. Anytime something happens to someone like me, all those shitty adults start jumping to conclusions. I understand, I won't tell them. You wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway. If you say so, then I don't mind telling you about it. So last night, that piece of shit Janucci called me over here acting like he was gonna attack me or something. What? How terrible! Whatever, I'm glad he's dead. He had it coming. Calling people worthless in a cancer society when he doesn't know shit about them. That asshole was the one always acting like scum if you ask me. Is that so? Can you tell us in more detail why he called you out in the middle of the night? It's hard to explain. Where to start? What do you mean by Mr. Junichi acting like scum? Was he doing something bad? You know how Michiyo Shiriishi, right? You know Michiyo Shiriishi, right? The girl who killed herself? Huh? Michiyo? I don't know everything, but that creep of a teacher had some dirt on her. He was using it to blackmail her, call her up after school, make her do whatever he wanted. What? What do you mean when you say whatever he wanted? I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing a couple model students like you would ever get involved in. No way! That's... how? What do you mean by dirt? I don't know anything about this. How could I not have known about this? Yakko, I know how you feel, but try to calm down. You got guts acting like you were her friend. Janucci really did a number on both Michiyo's body and soul. Oh, she probably felt she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. No, how terrible. Hitomi, how do you know about this? I just happened to walk in on it. I know the spots around school people go when they want to stay out of sight. He ran off in a panic when I yelled at him asking what he was doing. Walked in on it? I couldn't just leave her alone, looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck around for a bit. She told me everything that happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread that stuff around. But she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine to keep it a secret. Michiyo, why? She probably thought she just had to grit her teeth till it was through. She was naive. I tried to tell her that if you give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying about how it was her punishment. She was soft. No. Of course, Janucci didn't change. He kept on doing what he was doing. I don't understand either of them, but that's as much as I was involved. And then she killed herself. Nothing I could do about it now. You tell me, if you knew about it, then why didn't you... You trying to say it's my fault? She told me not to say anything. She told me she was fine. So what the hell more responsibility do I have other than what I already did? Yakko, there's no point blaming Hitomi. Michiyo, why? Did you hear what this dirt was? Nope, never heard what it was. But from the sound of it, he'd been blackmailing her since about a year ago. For that long? Dick probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been. She looked well behaved, but there's more to a person than meets the eye, you know? Transformers. There must be some reason. I don't know, got nothing to do with me. So last night, how did it start? Alright. Remember that nosy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasuda Gardens a couple days ago. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of the juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all. Real rough guy, but good at looking out for folks. So he was the only one I could talk to. So there was something like that with the police. Too bad he ended up dying. Oh, another thing. One time he suddenly introduced his fiancée to me. It was hilarious seeing a big guy like that act like a shy little kid all of a sudden. She told me she was like me when she was my age and she was on my side. It's been a terrible loss for her too. Yeah, I do feel a little bad for her when I think about how sad she must be. And I saw him at the gardens the night he died. Oh no. Whenever I would get worked up over something, Yoshimi always took me straight to that park. Then he listened to whatever I was pissed off about. That day he called me over there like usual, but something seemed off about him, like he was worried about something. Worried about something? Yeah, he asked me for a favor too. That was pretty unusual. A favor? What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman and asked me to hold on to it for him. A talisman? Yeah, just a normal good luck charm. Figured if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. I have it with me now. But that wasn't all. Then he told me that he wanted me to look for a talisman Michiyo Shiraishi had that looked like this one. Huh? Michiyo? What does she have to do with this? Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. While they were together, he noticed that she had a special talisman or something. But apparently Michiyo always avoided the subject. A talisman that Michiyo had. He knew that I knew her, so that's why he asked me, he said. Could there have been something that Michiyo couldn't even tell the police about? I know things at home were a little complicated. From what I heard, Michiyo was keeping her mouth shut about what Janucci was doing to her. Hard to talk to the cops when someone's got dirt on you. And I didn't squeal or anything about Michiyo either. Michiyo, what is it that had such a strong grip on you? So basically, Yoshimi didn't just have his eye on Michiyo, but her talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. So, since I knew her from school, he wanted me to look into it for him. Is there something special about the two talismans? I wonder why he gave it to you. Hell if I know. When I looked inside it, there's just a weird kind of grimy scrap of wood. So you've seen inside it. From the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow. To be honest, when he was asking such a pain in the ass, I figured he had to be serious about it. Oh, and since he died right after that... Yep, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, take those two talismans. Give them to a guy named Nakagoshi at the police department. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was going to happen to him. Huh? Nakagoshi? Huh? Do you know him, Mio? No, I've just heard the name, I think. So there really is a Nakagoshi, that's a relief at least. Anyway, it didn't feel right just ignoring a dead guy's last request. Huh. Hitomi. Yeah? The talisman, would you mind if I had a look at it? Sorry, but I don't trust you all that much yet. It's important to me. Oh, okay. You know, I appreciate that she doesn't just, like, immediately say, yeah, sure, whatever. So, last night you were looking for the talisman Michiyo had? Yeah. I figured that piece of garbage teacher would know the most about Michiyo. Huh. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about the talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like, I can't talk about it right now, come to school today. He even gave me the code to the lock on the back entrance. He seemed pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's used it for secret meetings before. Yuck, I can only imagine. We climbed over the front gate to get in. So yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night. but nothing he said made any sense. Like that I was really Michiyo and stuff like that. He went on and on about how it was my fault and that if only I hadn't been around or something. He grabbed a hold of me, breathing heavily. Ah, were you okay? Yeah, that's right when you two showed up. I was able to get away while Janucci was freaking out. Oh my gosh, good thing you got away. So it's really all thanks to you two that I got away. But I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was sort of a bust. Afterward, I was wondering what you two were up to, so I hid nearby. I saw you and old man Ashimiya talk, and then Mio showed up. Oh, you did? Yeah, that's why I saw Janucci come back outside and bite it. Oh, I see. So you were only here to look for Michiyo's talisman. I was dumb to fall for that creep Janucci's trap so easily. Could have gone a lot worse, but I lucked out. What you described does sound like Michiyo killed Mr. Janucci. She did have a reason to hate him after all. No way. You mean like that really was her ghost? Like, for real? Those who die bearing strong resentment or regret can occasionally become spirits, either bound to a place or roaming freely. However, it'd usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most don't have that kind of power. But it's possible they could possess someone close to them to act on those lingering regrets. Huh. Wonder if that's what happened. Alright, then supposing that what the spirit board said is true, Michiyo's death was an accident, then she must have had some regrets. If she really hadn't given up on living, that is. I don't think she was the kind of girl who would just give up no matter what the situation. I don't really know, but she didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she'd kill herself. And that's all I know. Happy? I still gotta look for the talisman. Sure, thank you, Hitomi. Oh, if you two find out anything about Michiyo's talisman, we'll be sure to let you know. Thanks. Oh, can we get your contact info where we can normally find you? Right, I'm not at home most of the time. Usually at a friend's place. Here's the phone number. Thanks, we'll call her if we need to talk with you. And, what is it? You're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kind of scared at first, but not anymore. Shut up, you were the one avoiding me. Anyway, catch you later, and don't die out there, okay? Thanks, we'll be careful. Aw. She's actually a nice person. Alright then. We got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. Janucci was killed by a curse, just as we thought. Which means there was a curse bear at the school. Multiple, in fact. Multiple? You think so? Yes, the curse echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Janucci seemed to be different. The people in the school at the time other than us were Mr. Janucci, Hitomi, and old man Ashimiya, who you ran into. I was thinking it would be among them, but there was one more person. Hitomi saw a girl in school uniform with braids. From what Hitomi was saying, it doesn't seem like she's the one. Mr. Janucci is pretty suspicious, though. If he were a curse bear, it would certainly explain why he was killed. Right. That's why I say there were multiple. Oh, right. The person who killed Mr. Janucci would have to be one, too. Which means it could either be the mysterious girl or old man Ashimiya? Yeah, we should certainly be careful of them. That said, the mysterious girl and the fact that Mr. Janucci thought it was Michiyo that was attacking him has me wondering. Of course, I doubt Michiyo herself is actually there, but... Oh, I just remembered. I saw Mr. Araishi outside the main gate last night. You did? It's likely he's involved with the curse, given that he's the one doing research on the rite of resurrection. So I'll have to be careful of old man Ashimiya and Mr. Araishi. I want to believe that not all curse bearers will be hostile, but... Yeah. As for what to do now, I'd like to find who's responsible for the Feast of Shadows that set this off and how they did it. I don't think we'll be able to end this without stopping it at its source. Huh, that makes sense. In which case, next we should do what exactly? We need to talk to Mr. Araishi. He definitely knows something. He should be safer during the day, so I think we should try to look for him. Got it. I'll help in any way I can. But the school is closed. I wonder where he could be. Let's try heading someplace someone may know where he is. Oh, where to go then? Okay, well, we will start going hunting for our teacher or in the next episode. There's a lot of places to look. So thank you very much for watching. It's been Sephiroth before, and man, spirit possession. I'm a little concerned because Yakko has the Fool's Procession. Kills by fatal fall. Like, we started using it, but, you know, we were stopped, but, like, the way Mr. Janucci died really sounds like that, but we went home. So can somebody, like, copy our abilities? I don't know. It's concerning at best, but thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.